Okay, are we live? Twitch. Yes, we are. Hey, Hunters, how are you all doing? Hope you've had a great week, and we're back to streaming again. 2 weeks ago, I came back, and now we're back to that regular schedule of doing 1 week with Gabriel Sele and 1 week with me. And today we have this week's new build, so it's a bi-weekly build. So like we told you guys before we went to GDC packs, our plan is to keep updating the game roughly every 2 weeks. So now our current planning, we do 2 weeks at a time, and we make a new build and play with you guys and discuss the future. So I am gonna be here every 2 weeks as well to talk to you guys. We play the game together and we discuss what's coming up next. So hey Salsa, hey Out, hi Daniel, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I'm not having the best of days today. Hello Sargus, hello. Um, Thanks for coming up. So this week we have the new build. Some it's not very different play wise, but one of the things that we did, which affected the game the most, was performance. So we spent quite a lot of time on the past couple of weeks doing optimization. We have massively improved the frame rate of the game. Right now I'm running 1,000, but the menus they're crazy. One of the things we're gonna do is cap the frame rate on the menus. If you want to, of course, you want to rock 1,000 frame rates per second, you can. But the game is running a lot better now. We're still very much CPU locked, so if you play, um, if you have a really good graphics card, the game's not gonna tax you at all. Like currently, we're capped a little bit by the CPU. We still have a lot of optimizations that we can do, but right now I think we're happy with where the game is for now. So we're just gonna go back to doing less boring stuff than optimizing the game. Cool. So if you guys want to join me, I'm gonna create a game on hard, King of the Hill. Just warm up a little bit and see if the performance is gonna be better. 2 weeks ago when I was streaming, the game
Get
could go
set,
down
Hunters!
to like 20, 30 frame rate per second for the final waves, which was not good. Now we're rocking like 180 frames, almost 200, which is pretty decent. Hopefully, even though I am streaming and I have lots of windows open at the same time, it will not go below 50 frames. So that would be a good thing. So if anybody want to join me, just join me on hard difficulty.
We gotta race the Dukins to the point!
And yeah, we have been pretty busy these last couple of days. Pretty much talking about and planning what's going to happen. So my voice okay? I forgot to ask you guys. It sounds much louder than actual voice. So is this better now? Let me know if it's better now. So Daniel is asking me if the cartoon of Relic Hunters will continue. Yes, for sure. The thing is, the cartoon is very expensive to make. So we are looking for partners to help us finance the cartoon because it's a different scene. It's actually a different studio. I directed and produced the short, but it was completely executed by the guys at Copa Studio, which is one of the best animation studios here in Brazil. And these guys have a big team, and supporting that big team is not cheap. So we're looking for partners that can help us fund more episodes, but they're coming for sure. Like if we ever make enough money in this game to support the development scene and still have some to spare, like for sure we're gonna do more episodes, because that was like a dream come true for us. Like the animation was just amazing. Hopefully we can even do cutscenes in the game with that as well. We'll see. Depends on how much money we get. Always comes down to money, but I'm feeling good about it. I think You're gonna have a bright future ahead of us. So, oh, Mountain Dew didn't watch the cartoon. Man, it's awesome. Just go to YouTube, and if anybody can put the link on the chat, but you just look for Relic Hunters animation. It's episode 0. Yeah, the frame rate is pretty good. Like I'm getting over almost 100 frames, even while streaming and having chat open, browser open, lots of things. It's pretty good. So as I was saying, we were discussing how we're gonna do progression in the game, how we're gonna implement it. So recently, if you guys in the chat don't know, we held a vote where the founders they chose between we either doing more game modes and focusing more on core gameplay, like doing more missions and stuff, or we start to do progression. So everybody was curious about progression. Like the vast majority of people voted for us to do progression before we do more content. So that's what we're gonna do. So what's happening right now? We have like discussed the whole architecture, the code part of how we're gonna do drops. So how the loot tables work, how the chances work, how we make sure that it's easy for us to tweak and change which enemies can drop which loot, and make sure we can keep the entire game balanced easily. So pretty much we're doing a combination of region like level specific drop loot tables. So if you play in specific levels, depending on the part of the world where you are, different loot's gonna drop. This is going to depend on like the materials that you're gonna get, and also the rarity of items and types of items that you're gonna get. We're also gonna have enemy specific loots. So the turtle eggs, for example, the big turtles, they're going to have like rare like shell materials that they can drop. They might have like a card like inspired from Ragnarok Online. I don't know if you guys play Ragnarok, but we can do things like this with enemy specific loots. And also we can have global loots, so loot that can drop from like anything, which will be especially useful for us when we're doing events. For example, when we did Halloween first year Relic Hunters 0, we would drop candy. So the global loot tables are going to allow us to do things that can drop from any mob in the game. And we start to put the work on this, and our goal is for the build that is coming for the next 2 weeks, right? So 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have another new build. Our goal is to have just a second, almost dead. Our goal is to have the bounty drops. So if you haven't played Relic Hunters 0, bounty is like our money. It's like those little stars that drop from enemies. We're also gonna have ammo drops. So ammo drops means that we also have the ammo system coming up. So the ammo system Relic Hunters Legend is gonna be something similar to how it worked in Relic Hunters 0. So we're going to have 3 kinds of ammo: light ammo, medium ammo, and heavy ammo. And how they work is pretty much rarity. So light ammo is going to be more common, and medium is going to be average, and heavy ammo is going to be rarer, so it's going to see less drop of that. So what this does is allows us to first of all balance your loadout a little bit. So you want probably avoid having 2 weapons that use the same ammo type, just like Relic Hunter 0, because you will run out of ammo really fast. And oh my god, look at that. And the second thing, it allows us to balance weapons with not only how powerful they are, but also the ammo consumption, ammo type, the rarity of ammunition. That was stupid. I thought I was able to use my E button and heal up. Um, they are gonna also, this is something that we are going to take care of, but not on these next 2 weeks. The revive system, it's really bad right now. It's just something that we did really fast during the Kickstarter. We are going to get it. Oh, sorry, a little faster packs. We're going to get it better and handle like you're not waiting around with that timer, because that's super annoying. But as I was saying, we're gonna have the ammo system. Not only allows us to disincentivize you from using 2 weapons of the same ammo type. so you have to balance that. But also, it allows us to balance for the strength of weapons. So, for example, if you have like a pistol, stat by stat, the pistol is gonna be worse than the sniper rifle, like in terms of range and DPS and things like that. But the pistol is pretty much never gonna run out of ammo. And if you just keep using the sniper, you are gonna run out of ammo. And we're definitely gonna have as well like ways to get ammo outside of just drops from enemies. So we're definitely going to have loots that give you more ammo, skills and characters who are better at that. So it's all a big balancing act of like how much ammo management you have to do. Like if you use two super powerful weapons that use heavy ammunition, and you're gonna run into ammo problems. So you're gonna have to spec your gear and your build into more and better ammunition management. On the other hand, if you're just using light weapons, you're not gonna need to worry about ammo. So you're free to spec in your gear and your characters to do other things. Maybe critical hit damage, critical hits, chance, things like that. Oh boy, I'm so bad today. Hi Hattie, yes, you're a little bit late. If you want to come help me, I'm having a little bit of a hard time here, talking about complicated stuff and playing at the same time. So there's a few questions in chat, so I'm gonna try and address those. Um, so Novalink, oh wait, Salsa asked first. So Salsa is asking me if why not include some snippets of the cartoon on Steam page? Yeah, for sure. I feel like the Steam page is barren. I have it on my to-do list for like 3 weeks now to just make the Steam page better. Oh, thanks, Hattie, for coming for the rescue. Oh, I'm so bad. Um, the Steam page is like it's really bad right now. I know. It's been on my to-do list for quite a while to just go there and make it better. So it's a nice suggestion. Definitely gonna look into it. So what else? So Novelink birthday hat is asking, hey Mark, will the progress updates planned for the next update include anything involved loot? Uh, Depends on what you call loot. If you mean gear, not yet. So what is coming up in the next 2 weeks is gonna be the drop system itself. So loot tables and things like that, which will allow us to balance which items are gonna drop from each enemies and stuff like that. So that's coming up. Um, the other thing is bounty drops. So it's like money, which you're not gonna use for anything, but at least it's gonna affect your score. So there's that. You can like see compete who gets more bounty. Um, and also we're gonna drop ammo. So ammo's gonna be a big thing as well. It's coming out. And hopefully on the next update after that, so a month from now, we're gonna have loot drops and XP. For that, we're gonna need to wrap up the item system that we're doing. It's a bit more complicated, but slowly we're gonna get there. Hopefully, like the pace of updates is going to pick up a lot now. So every 2 weeks, you should be seeing like new and interesting stuff. Because in the past, not only we had a smaller team, but we also had a lot of like maintenance stuff that we had to do, and like tidying up the codes to get new stuff in. And now a lot of that is done. So you guys are gonna be seeing a lot more, lot faster updates with bigger things coming out. What else? We'll need Portuguese voice too. So we already have Portuguese voices on the cartoon. If you're Brazilian, just look it up. Um, it's dubbed in Portuguese by some really talented people, and we're definitely gonna bring those people to the game as well. So we have Portuguese voices. Vai ter em português. Relaxa. What else? Sarago's MVP. Not willing to spill the mood, but read somewhere that there will be microtransactions in the game. How are those going to get implemented? Yes, the game is going to be free to play. Everything is going to be available for free. Want to go epic, Hattie? So if anybody want to join us as well, I'm going to put a room secret. So just room secret Twitch. So just put room secret Twitch and you can play with me and Hattie. I think I'm going to play Jamie a little bit. And the game is going to be free to play, right? The entire game is going to be available for free, and we have to make money somehow. So to stay in the team, right? To pay the salaries, keep the servers up, all these things. So we are going to have microtransactions. Uh, the way it's gonna be is gonna be the best way possible. That's the best answer that I can give you because we haven't designed it yet. The idea is to do the same way that we do everything in the game. It's gonna be openly developed with the community. So we're going to spitball the ideas to you. You're gonna say, hey, this is fine. Hey, this is not fine. This is fun. This is not fun. We're gonna tweak it. Hopefully, when the game comes out, these microtransactions they will be in a place where the game makes enough money to sustain itself and grow the game, and
We
everybody's
gotta
happy.
race the
I
Dukins to the
am
point.
sure that we can make that work. I am very much a believer in free-to-play games. I think, especially being Brazilian, uh, I know that there are a lot of gamers that would not be able to experience these games that we make if they were not free to play. Uh, and also, a lot of the things that make free to play games not good are like greedy, unnecessary things that I don't really think are worth it. Like they don't really monetize all the better, and they just make everybody angry and miserable. So I really think there is a way to make a fun game that is fair, that is transparent, and that makes money. And that's what we're trying to do. But for the details of that, we're gonna see. Like one of the main
Great job,
inspirations
team.
is Warframe and
Now
Path of Exile. So if you play any of these games or both, they're great games. They monetize really well. They do things in a way that we think is pretty nice. So we're gonna be looking at those games a lot, but also coming up with our own new ideas and listening to your feedback. But, what else? Novel Link is asking, we'll be able to get a sneak peek of the character customization screen anytime soon. Yes, actually. So we meant to get that screen done for PAX. Unfortunately, we had a freelancer working on that. It wasn't our main team, and communication was just bad. I wasn't working out, so it wasn't done in time, and I apologize for that. It was my responsibility to get those freelancers working well with the team. So we have brought this in house. And we are going to do this very soon. We already did a bunch of things in these last couple of weeks on the interface code. We'll also get that screen back up and running to the way it was before, and probably in not this build, but the next build, especially if we do loot drops, we definitely had to have the character customization screen up. We call that the hunter screen. So the hunter screen is gonna be available pretty soon. Oh god, that was bad. What else? Warframe Plat hurts. The thing that what I like about Warframe Plat is that I think it's priced reasonably. I think they give you a lot of discounts. They give you a lot of ways to get that for cheap. The prices of things is pretty reasonable. But what makes it the best for me, at least, is that you can trade with other players. I think that's pretty huge. Like, you really don't have to spend any money on Warframe if you want to get everything. For me, that's key. Like, there's nothing in that game that the platinum that you cannot get by just farming for the desirable items and selling that to other players in exchange for currency. I think this is a really good way of doing things. And I'm surprised that more games don't go that route because I think it's super fair and make sure that everybody has a chance to experience everything. In the end, it's just like the way I look at it. You just have to be very clear about what you do. So if you're playing the game for free, you have to give something in return. So you're either paying money because you can support the game with money, so the other people can play for free, but also you can give it your time. So you can the people who are paying, they have a vibrant community and they have people to play with, and everybody's happy. I think this is like a really good system on its heart. It's just sad that it got hijacked by companies that were really short-sighted and like unethical in the way that they approach these, and it's just a business model in the end. Like it's just saying like premium games are good. Like you're always like non-evil. Like it's not true. There's a lot of premium games that are evil. Like they sell you different things like a bait and switch, and then you can't get a refund or whatever. And that's just as much evil as like bad free-to-play games. So I think business models are just that. They're models, they're tools, and it depends on how you use them. So this right here is another thing that's very high on our priority list. Like the AI, you can see here, the AI has trouble switching targets. This is actually a networking code problem. It's a problem that we have because of the online component of the game and how it works. So the enemies have a really hard time switching targets, even dead people, right? So this is one of the worst things for me in the combat of the game right now. Like it makes the game not as fun as it could be. So this is also getting done. Like me and the team, what we're trying to do is make sure that we try and find a balance between improving the things that are already in the game, like combat, like reviving, things like that, and also giving you guys new things, just like evolving the game fast. I think this is a balance that we have yet to find, but we are trying to. Like we're really focusing on making sure that we get this balance just right. Yeah, you can see the AI thing is just chickens. Like I can just come here and revive Captain Chicken, and the enemies just they don't care. So for me, this is like a major issue. We're probably gonna be taking care of in the next build. So even with 3 players, a lot of enemies streaming and a lot of windows open. The worst frame rate that I'm getting is like 40. This is okay. I think that considering how early we are, it's okay. And like I said, we're trying to find a balance. Like to just spend a lot of time like optimizing the game, where we don't have new things to show on the build. This is something that we need to learn to. With what program did you write this? Surrogate is actually C sharp on Unity. So we have been working with Unity for like 8 years, something like that. We started working with Unity all the way back in Dungeonland. Before it was even on Windows. It was like Unity 2. It was only on Mac. It's crazy. Novelink is asking me what are my thoughts on Destiny 2 Warmind. So I didn't get to see details on the expansion itself. Uh, I do have like I'm a massive Destiny 1 fan. I played that for like over 1,000 hours, maybe 1,500 hours, something like that. And the thing about Destiny 2 is that wanna go skirmish, guys? So, the thing about Destiny 2 for me, like I play like 20 hours of Destiny 2 and I was already sick of it. And I don't understand why they like did the loot and the progression so badly. Like I really didn't understand. Like I'm a really big loot fan, and I think they tried to kind of flatten out the skill ceiling and skill floor of the game, just streamline too much and simplify things too much, and they took the edges off of the experience. And it's like you're doing a dish, and you just like somebody doesn't eat salt, somebody doesn't like pepper, and you you're so afraid that some people are not gonna like your dish, that in the end you just cook something that tastes like nothing. So that was pretty much my experience with Destiny 2, which was a big disappointment. I thought like in a way it was good because I have a lot more time to work on Relic Hunters because I played a lot of Destiny 1, like a lot, and Destiny 2 is just such a disappointment. And but I think the Bungie seems to. I hope that they have learned. It seems like with Warmind, they're going like they're slowing down progression a little bit. They're giving some rewards that you have to be in a certain dedication level to get. Because right now it's just there's nothing in the game that is hard to get. There are no rare exotics. There's no like perfectly roll legendaries. There's just like nothing. It's just a blank game. There's no customization. Like there are no builds. All the characters look the same, and it's just bland. It's just a food with no spice. And I hope they come back from that. Uh, but I'm not super hopeful. Like I'm just making sure that I learn that as a creator, so we don't make the same mistakes on Relic Hunters Legend. I think that a game for everyone is a game for no one, right? And I think with Relic Hunters, we know that we have a small but super dedicated fan base, and that is always gonna be like our focus. We make sure that a small number of people loves the game instead of trying to make like everybody just say, it's okay, you know? Because especially when you're a small studio like us, I think that's what you should be doing. Like you shouldn't be trying to be the be all end all game. Just make sure that you do what makes your most passionate fans like super happy. I think that's what we're trying to do. As long as you stay true to that, I think you're gonna be fine.
Don't get cocky, we ain't done yet.
Stars. So the reason why I stream in 720p is that the internet in Brazil is very bad. So I'm afraid that if I try to stream the game at 1080p, it's gonna be like the frame rate is not gonna be that good. So yeah, that's pretty much why. So Sals is asking me, have I played Fortnite PV? Yes, I played Fortnite PV quite a lot actually, and I was a bit disappointed when it became a battlegrounds game because I was so much into it. There was very little content, right? The combat, like the different enemies, things like that. It just needed a lot more, but the core gameplay was super fun. Um, but with that said, um, no, like our loot, our progression system is not gonna look like that. There are things that are like there, but overall, I think first of all, our game is a game like it's like about the heroes. So you're collecting like specific heroes. You're not just you don't have like a lots of different aces that each have different like modifiers, things like that. Um, so what happens with Fortnite? Fortnite is a little bit better than Destiny in that regard,
Don't get
but
cocky, we
there's
ain't done
something that these mainstream loot games they don't get right. Uh, where games like Borderlands, Torchlight, Path of Exile, these games they get right, but the mainstream games like Destiny or Fortnite they don't. The Division, which is progression, good progression in RPGs, is not about your seed numbers growing bigger, right? Uh, I know it sounds weird to say that because of course, like you want to see the numbers growing bigger, but it's not just about that. Like it's about pacing, it's about choices and different playstyles and customization, right? So as you level up, if you're always like in Destiny 2, for example, you get like a slow dip of continuously 2 points better than you have gear, right? So you have like 250 gear, and now you pick up a rare item, it's going to be 252, and now you pick another one, 254, and now 255. Like this is super boring. Um, Fortnite's a little bit better than that, but it's still guilty. It's still guilty of that. Um, and in good loot games like Borderlands, like Torchlight, like Path of Exile, like you get these spikes, you get like crazy things. You get things like when you combine, they give you like a massive bonus. You feel like you're getting more powerful because you just got like a super strong item, right? You also get lots of choices. Like, do I want more damage, but I'm gonna be super squishy? Right? You don't even get that choice in Destiny, for example. Like, do I want to be dealing more damage behind enemies, or do I want to be like dealing more damage when I'm like really far away? Do I want to faster cooldowns, or do I want more armor or dodge? So these are all interesting choices and interesting customization playstyle things that you get when you play good loot games. And for me, like these games that you guys are talking about, like Destiny, like Fortnite, they don't give you that. Uh, and that's not like we're not interested in doing games like this. It's not like an action game that has slowly growing numbers in it. Like Relic Hunters Legend is gonna be an actual action RPG. So hopefully when we're done, you're gonna have that interesting loot that allows you to customize your play style, have interesting choices, and when you get some pieces of loot, you get that sense of wow, like now I'm super powerful, you know. And these are things that we really want to focus on. And hopefully, developing the game with you guys, we get to do this right. We know that we can make mistakes early because I know how hard these games are to create. Like very slight differences in drop rates or how the fixes work or how we reward you for certain activities. Little things like that are the difference between a bad game and a great one, like a masterpiece. So we know that we're not gonna get it right on the first try, not the second one, maybe not the third one, but hopefully by like developing the game openly with you guys, we get to have these like 3 or 4 tries really, really early and really fast. So we don't you don't have to wait like years until we get this right. Hopefully. So I'm streaming at 6 megabytes. You're good for 1080p 60 if you got a good processor. Oh, I didn't know. So, but Salsa is a streamer. So if he says that I'm fine, so I probably am. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try on the next stream for sure. Like 1080p 60. No worries. So, am I looking for a system similar to Diablo where the items get additional abilities that change your entire gameplay? Yes, yes, we do. So we are gonna do what we're gonna play. Maybe we want to do epic on King of the Hill again. There we go. Yes. So we're gonna have like lots of affixes on the items. So these affixes they are randomized. Different legendary items they are gonna have their fixed affixes, but they're gonna have roles in them, so they're different. And you're gonna be able to build around all of these different additional abilities. They are gonna be super meaningful, so we're not gonna have like boring items like, oh, you get like 7% more movement speed. You know, like we're definitely gonna go crazy with items and progression. Like we want you to be like 500% better or something. Just because you spec for that something, right?
We got
We want to
way
give you
too
that power
much to
fantasy.
report.
We want to make sure that your customization matters. So this is something that we are pursuing the game for sure. Let me try and focus a little bit more on the game now instead of talking, because I've been playing so bad. That's my excuse, like I'm streaming, so that's why I'm playing bad. Usually, like I'm super pro player, just solo everything, never get hit. But when I start streaming or recording or somebody's watching, like I make mistakes. But whenever nobody's looking, I'm perfect. No, I'm not. Oh, this click. So there are some small bugs. They are making the characters like stronger than they should be. So I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Jimmy, his passive ability is doing like 500% extra damage on its own, which is really not intended. So Jimmy's damage output is crazy right now. And also all the melee attacks, they are hitting more than once. So the same enemy should be hit only once when you hit him with a melee strike. Currently they can be hit like multiple times. So this is also like skewing the damage a bit too high. We're living as it is. We don't think that the time to kill on the game is super short, so whatever. But these things are gonna get tweaked on the very near future. Ouch. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna get out. Oh, Hattie.
Great job,
Revive you.
kid. But there's more.
Oh, I can't revive Hattie. Ah, right. So there's a revive bug as well. So one thing that I was discussing, I think it was with Hattie, or was it with Megatails? I can't recall. Sorry, guys. I can't remember which of you two. But we were talking about reviving. So we're probably going to, no, we're certainly going to revise how revives are working right now because they were just done super quickly just for packs. Um, and one of the things that we're gonna do, we're probably gonna rip Overwatch off with that revive that they have. I think that's really neat. So the way, I don't know if you guys play Overwatch PvE events. So the way that you revive characters in those events, they create like a little capture area around the character that is downed. So you just need to stay there and capture their area to revive it. You don't need to hold any buttons. You need to like stop shooting anything. And I really like that. First of all, because it's a bit clunky to like hold a button and revive people. It's always like something that doesn't feel good and or fun to do. And also it gives you like that map control thing, which I really like. So it's like a mini capture area around the player. So if they are surrounded by enemies, you can't just go there and like sneak revive. You need to like clear and control the space. I think that would be pretty fun, and I think it matches our game's playstyle. So we're probably gonna rip that off. Oh, I forgot. There's also another super cool thing that we're doing for this next update. So even though it's not gonna have any real impact in the game, I'm excited for this because it's gonna make the game look a little bit closer to what we envision the final game will, which is the map. So on the next update, you are going to see the region map for Galena's deserts. So you're gonna be able to see the missions in the map and select them and go play as you would in the final game. Um, there's not gonna be any art on the map because Batu is in Japan. So it's gonna be like a blank screen with just the mission nodes. But I'm excited for that because we're finally getting to a point like we're adding progression, we're adding the map, where the structure of the game is starting to show, you know. Because up until this point, we just have like these little matches, like 2 maps, and that was it. And soon we're gonna start pumping content. So as soon as our level editor is completely done, we're gonna start creating a lot more missions, a lot more things, and the game's just gonna come alive, which is super exciting for us. So yeah, that's another cool new thing is gonna come up on the next update. Um, for the fans of Wrath, we decided since people wanted progression, oh, that was bad. So since people wanted progression, we decided to withhold Wrath a little bit longer. Um, as soon as Beto comes back from Japan, he's gonna be focusing on finishing her animations on the new system, and we're also gonna be doing her skills. So this next build on the next 2 weeks, there's not gonna be any Wrath. Sorry, but hopefully in the next one.
This is it.
Yeah, Hetty's lagging quite a bit. Let's do this, guys. Oh boy. No, 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 no. I was locked in the animation. This is not good. I thought I could punch to heal myself. I'm so aggressive. This brings back memories from like Bloodborne. Oh no, now I have to attack to heal myself. And then I take more damage and die. Oh well. Are you guys crashing from the game? Hattie, I don't know if you can use a potion while reviving. Possibly not, but it's not by design. Like, it's probably just a thing. Like I said, reviving is just not okay. I don't think it's at a good point. It's not fun. We're definitely going to tweak that in the near future. There's so many enemies, dear God. and they're just not looking at me because they don't know how to switch targets. Oh god. Whew, that was intense. Cool guys. Um yeah, so I think I cover everything. So we talk about what's coming up, what have we been doing for the next couple of weeks, and yeah, progression. So just to summarize, this build was pretty much just performance. Like I said, we do have quite a few rough spots in the gameplay yet, like the AI not switching targets, the reviving is not that good. So these things are getting better in the future. But like I said, now the team we're trying to find a good balance between fixing the old things, we're always putting new stuff, like always walking, going forward. So on the next build, you're gonna see the world map for the first time. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be there. You're gonna see bounty drops. You're gonna see ammo drops and the ammo system. So all of these things are coming up in the next build, and hopefully, 2 weeks after that, we get to do like playable wrath, maybe gear drops, things like that. So it's always gonna be like the pace is picking up. So there's always gonna be cool new stuff every 2 weeks, and this makes me happy. This makes me very happy, and I hope it makes you guys happy too. So yeah, that's it. So as always, if you haven't already, join us on Discord. We are verified, so the address there is discord.gg/Relic Hunters. The community there is awesome. We're there every day, especially on the Founders channel. If you guys want to play the game as it is right now, the pre-alpha version, and get access to the new builds that coming every 2 weeks, please support us with the Founders program. So just go to www.relichunters.com.br/founders. There you go. So you just go to Founders and support us, and you get Alpha Founders. You get access to the pre-alpha demo right now, and yeah, cool. So thank you guys very much for playing, for being here, chat. I see you guys in Discord, and I see you in 2 weeks with a new build. See ya. Bye bye.